Warning. This is not your safe space. Move along, now.
Tonight, the shockwaves are still rolling through campus.
He made sure his bandana was up, came around towards the front door, walked into the front door, and pointed a gun directly at one of our employees.
You never know who you're dealing with. You never know where somebody's coming from. You never know what they're up to.
You are accused of, with malice aforethought, causing the death of Montrese Boyd Jr., a human being, by using a kitchen knife to sever the head of the victim.
Maybe 2:30 to 3 o'clock, I woke up and I heard people screaming.
It is a little unusual and concerning.
The mother frantically dug up her son with her bare hands, according to police.
It's weird. People ask me if I'm okay because 2 kids get shot outside. Shouldn't really happen on a college campus.
We're not going to tolerate this kind of crime in Baton Rouge. This is our home. We love it, and we don't want anything to happen here ever again.
You never know who you're dealing with. You never know where somebody's coming from.
It is a little unusual and concerning.
Damn!
Now YouTube censored.
I'm mad as hell right now. Yes, I am.
Viewer discretion is advised. Mama Black.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
Breaking news right now. In the last 10 minutes, we've learned 2 people are in jail related to a shooting early this morning at Southeastern University in Hammond. Tonight, the shockwaves are still rolling through campus. News 2's Brandy B. Harris has more on what happened and the late breaking news of the arrest.
Sylvia, police aren't releasing much more, only saying just a few minutes ago 2 people were arrested for the incident. The shots rang out overnight, leaving 2 people injured, and students have a lot to say about it. In the early morning hours, the Southeastern University campus was shaken.
Morning, maybe 2:30 to 3 o'clock, I woke up and I heard people screaming outside of my building, and then I heard maybe 5 gunshots go off.
It was here in the parking lot of the University Center where several people were involved in an altercation right outside of campus housing when multiple shots rang out, leaving 2 people injured. Students are left wondering what's going on their campus. Students like Hanson say they had no official word immediately following the incident, and now they're concerned for their safety on what they typically consider is a safe place.
This is a route that they take every day to go to the park out back, to go to the book center to swap out their books. So, and also this is in front of people's home.
Southeastern officials say the university's police department is leading the investigation into the incident, but they cannot confirm who was involved or why the incident happened.
We haven't even been able to confirm students versus non-students who actually was there. That's all stuff that they're trying to untangle right now.
Although officials say there is no threat to the campus community, students have one main question: how does this happen at their university?
It's weird. People ask me if I'm okay because 2 kids get shot outside. Shouldn't really happen on a college campus.
Students were notified by an email blast just after 4 in the morning, more than an hour after that incident. Again, we're just learning 2 people have been arrested for the shooting. We'll have more on News 2 at 6:30 and later tonight at 10.
Police looking for a suspect tonight who may have robbed 2 different businesses at gunpoint.
The crimes were in a short period of time in nearby locations. News 2's Earl Phelps has the latest.
Chris, a sandwich shop on Perkins was robbed last night, and less than a half hour later, a suspect walked into another restaurant and pulled out a gun.
He made sure his bandana was up, came around towards the front door, walked into the front door, and pointed a gun directly at one of our employees.
Katz Wilkins manages the New York bagel company that was robbed last night.
It's a scary feeling. It really is.
2 employees in the store were forced into the back at gunpoint.
He walked into the back of the building by our sinks in the back of the kitchen and told him to lay on the ground. And he laid him on the ground. Once they did, he ran out the front door.
20 minutes before the bagel shop was robbed, Jimmy John's at the overpass on Perkins Road was also held up in a typically safe area with lots of restaurants. Police have not said if the 2 robberies are related, but witnesses describe similar suspects in both crimes.
It is a little unusual and concerning.
Sarah Cannon manages a clothing store across the street from the Jimmy John's.
Usually it's a pretty quiet area. Everyone kind of just gets in their routines, and this hasn't happened in a while.
No one was hurt during the robberies. Nerves were rattled, but the victims were not shaken for long.
We're not going to tolerate this kind of crime in Baton Rouge. This is our home. We love it, and we don't want anything to happen here ever again.
Now, both restaurants have added security since last night's robberies.
Holding his head high, this masked bandit coerced proprietors and patrons alike to give up their cash at the end of a gun. But Friday, the man accused of all that let his head sink to the ground.
Kevin Wayne Johnson, 49 years old, from Baker, Louisiana. Sheriff deputies arrested him earlier today during a traffic stop.
Johnson is accused of 5 armed robberies in as many weeks. Surveillance video shows the first one on January 16th at the Al Basha Greek and Lebanese Cafe in Gonzales. A few weeks later, he's accused of hitting a Jimmy John's and a New York bagel shop on Perkins in quick succession. Tuesday, he allegedly hit another Jimmy John's and a nearby Microtel off Rieger Road.
Jennifer Needham was just pulling up to the stoplight at Amherst and Henry Burke Sunday morning when chaos began unfolding outside her window.
He was, throwing his hands around. You could sense he was a little aggravated or angry.
Police say the male driver and the woman behind him had some sort of altercation further down the road and exploded when both cars stopped at the light as one car bumped the other.
She said that the guy had backed his car into hers. So that's when she got out of the car and came up to his window.
The video shows the tense moments that followed as the female driver flew through the air.
You never know who you're dealing with. You never know where somebody's coming from. You never know what they're up to.
Police say drivers need to protect themselves in incidents like this, even as they try to determine if anyone will face charges. Needham says although she called 911, she wishes she could have done more, and she's still shaken by what she saw.
Thank God there was snow so that she didn't smack her head and, result in fatal injury. It was just crazy. It happened out of nowhere, pretty much.
First, we began with the murder in DeKalb County, so horrifying it even shocked police officers used to dealing with these kinds of crimes. CBS 46 investigated the father who's accused of killing his own son, and we found something bizarre from last year. CBS 46's Rebecca Schramm's live at the DeKalb County Jail to tell us what she uncovered. Rebecca.
Karen, it does make you wonder if this man should have even been around his son unsupervised. But you know what? He has round-the-clock supervision now here at the DeKalb County Jail. Here's what I uncovered about one of the previous times he was locked up. These are photos provided by the Arizona Department of Public Safety after an unforgettable encounter one of its troopers had 8 months ago. Investigators say Montrace Boyd had his son in the car in the median of I-17 near Flagstaff. That BMW would end up on its side. It was Father's Day. According to the trooper, he pulled up behind the BMW, and that's when Boyd emerged from the car naked. He approached the trooper and started pummeling his patrol vehicle with his fists. The trooper pulled forward to block in the car, and that's when Boyd jumped behind the wheel and started ramming the trooper's SUV. There was a pursuit. Boyd crashed and flipped the car. The boy was not badly hurt. The same father and son would make the news again this week, this time here in Metro Atlanta in a disturbing murder case. From the street corner, passers-by can easily see the backyard of this home in Stonecrest where police believe the father buried his 5-year-old son after doing the unthinkable.
State of Georgia versus Montrace Boyd Sr.
Boyd appeared before a DeKalb County judge last night to hear a formal reading of his charges. The judge revealed what detectives think happened inside that home.
You are accused of with malice aforethought causing the death of Montrace Boyd Jr., a human being, by using a kitchen knife to sever the head of the victim.
Police tell us Montrace Boyd Sr.'s younger siblings were in the home at the time but were unharmed. When the boy's mother and grandmother returned and learned what happened, the mother frantically dug up her son with her bare hands, according to police, while the grandmother called 911.
And I stopped by the home this morning. A family member told me they have no comment. You can only imagine what they are going through. Boyd's next court appearance is scheduled a week from today. Live at the DeKalb County Jail, Rebecca Strand, CBS 46 News.
As always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Also follow us on the usual media for more interesting information like this.
Fight their asses.